Welcome back to the shop. Well, welcome back to the shop, guys. I might have taken on a little bit too much work with my friend Stacy. And a project I thought wasn't going to take but a couple of days is now reaching into a week. Now, it's a very interesting and fun, kind of fun project, except it's very stressful. And I got to thinking, I'm never going to be done with this video I'm trying to make for you guys within a reasonable amount of time. So maybe I should answer a question that was brought up quite often on the last video I just made with that 360 camera set up on my motorhome. So I'm going to go ahead and take a break from this for just a little bit, because even though it doesn't look like it, the sun's going down. I need a break, and I'm just as curious as everybody else. Because the most common question I did get about that video was, does the camera work well at night? And I don't know. I also kind of need a break from doing this job here. Like a big break. Now, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about a week ago I installed a 360 bird's eye camera on my RV. So I have one on the passenger side there, above my rear camera there, on the driver's side right there, and most importantly on the front cap right above. I found this fairly inexpensive system on Amazon, and it was intended for cars, which is a problem. But in that video I pointed out how side view cameras don't seem to work well at night because they don't have infrared emitters, and the headlights just completely wash out the camera when a vehicle is coming up on you at night. I wired my system up to my fairly inexpensive multimedia center monitor radio, and I put it on my camera input, and I have a front camera input on it, so we got a front camera there, and so we can see all the way around the vehicle right here. It's not an SUV, it's a motorhome, which of course is part of the problem, but I do still like the system, and I am interested to see how well we can see things at night with headlights coming up along the sides of us, or with street lamps illuminating the ground below us, and if the camera picks that up at night, or if it goes black, or if it goes black and white. I do not know the answer to this, and I know a lot of people ask me, so I thought it would be something fun to do. Because backup cameras, because they do have infrared emitters on them, at night when it does go into night mode, it does go to black and white. I'd be interested to see what happens down here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my motorhome ready for travel, and then I'll take it out on the road, and then I'll be able to report back whether it works or not at night. Now, in fairness, I'm still not recommending this exact system for RVers. It was just one that I found over a year ago that had RCA video input, which is what I needed for my screen. I have since discovered a different one that does buses and trucks, and gives a little bit better view, because the stitching on this side does shorten the length quite a bit, because it's supposed to be for a car. This is the selector over here, so we can see all different settings as we go around. My favorite view is that one right there, forward looking with the 360 view all the way around driving down the road. And then another nice feature about this one that I pointed out is that it becomes a security camera, because you can put a thumb drive in it to record all 4 cameras all at the same time. It is date stamped, and we want to see if that works at night too, because, you know, security. So let me go ahead, get the RV pulled out, and we'll see you on the road. But I was able to see all the way around, and I left a lot of debris on the ground now. There. I didn't hit any of it, thanks to the camera. And of course, you know, I still have my backup camera right up there. That's helpful. It doesn't flicker, don't worry. That's just the camera. Sure is nice to have this camera though, because where the storage containers go, it's very difficult to see the back end. And I'm always a little bit concerned about the tail swing back here and over here. But with the cameras, it's working pretty well. So as I turn the corner there, I can see that I'm clear. Very nice. All right, let's get on the road. We got some long shadows. That means the sun's going down. Just gonna go ahead and take a nice leisurely evening drive up to Superior, Arizona. And maybe we'll be able to see a beautiful desert sunset, but either way, we'll be able to definitely check out the camera system at night on the way back with both highway lights and traffic lights. I'm looking forward to it. Flats Campground, right alongside the US 60, right before Globe, Miami. Let's see if I can't get you a better view of that sunset. Oh my goodness, it's a beautiful view. It's about 20 degrees cooler up here too. I just have to wait for the sun to set a little bit more. You just missed the desert in bloom. The saguaros and the palo verdes are about the last ones flowering out there. Way up there, up on the hill, or the rim there, is a nice copper mine. Superior's just on the other side of the mountain there we just came up from. And my favorite little hidden waterfall is about a mile further west that way. But I am up on the roof, might as well do a roof inspection. Not much to see because I have been maintaining it. Those are newer panels I just put on a while ago. I did upgrade my vents. Upgraded my roof refrigerator vent. You guys saw the new skylight put on. I painted AC cover for there, and there's my newer solar panels. I don't see anything wrong with this roof. It's almost like somebody takes care of it. Well, that's a lie. My paint's peeling back here. All right, I did lie. We'll address this next, I swear. Otherwise, 25-year-old roof is in wonderful condition because we just have to take care of them. Of course, it helps when they're built well to begin with. Only have about 45 minutes till the sun's completely set, but luckily I have a house on wheels. I can have dinner, and then we'll see you back on the road. Ah yes, the dinner of kings. Still pretty good, but it's the view that's incredible. All right, I think it's sufficiently dark outside. Now I swear we will go ahead and take a look at the camera, but I don't get to see my motorhome at night very often. And it looks so good. All right, so let me go ahead. Camera turned on. All right, so we'll go to camera. Front camera. Alright, so obviously I can see with the driving lights on. It's much brighter than than I can see. Let me try to adjust the camera so you guys can see a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, so that little bit of driving light is lighting up quite a bit of this. Let me go ahead and turn them off. Alright. Oh, okay, I gotta turn off my all the way around porch lights. I don't know, that works pretty well. I can still see some things there. Still see the mountain, the mine over there. So let me rotate around. Oh. Obviously nothing on the sides. Really, I can just see the forward camera with the mountains. All right, let's fire it up. So I imagine if I turn the headlights on. All right, it's black and white. All right, I have to let the air up again. We'll get on the road. We'll be on the highway where there's no lights whatsoever, and we'll be able to see if there's any advantage to not having the cameras down low. But I definitely think it's safe to say there's no infrared emitters on those cameras. But I knew that. All right, so I'm gonna just turn those all-around lights on again. Let's see. My outside floor lights. So you can see my ground lights just came on and off right there. Let's see, I don't know if does that help out a little bit? No, that's the infrared emitters from the backup camera. That's what that's gotta be. That's kind of cool. Let me just make sure I'm not telling lies. Yeah. So that bright spot in the back stays on, so that's from the backup camera. So it might even actually just help with the backup. Yeah, because I can see pretty good with the backup camera from the backup camera. That's funny. I mean, not funny, but let's get on the road. It is black and white on the screen, but it's not much better on the road. All right, so we're descending right now down into Superior, and I'm hitting the rumble strip. So on the sides, I can't see too much. Now this is just a 2-lane highway, so I do have oncoming traffic there. You can kind of see as I went past. I can see pretty good. Oh, I should probably put my Jake brake on. Couldn't read that I was speeding by about 4 miles an hour. And we're going to be coming into a tunnel here, the Queen Creek Tunnel. It's one of my favorite tunnels. Don't get a lot of them in the valley. So, see some oncoming traffic. Past us. Alright. Pretty good test. I think it's a pretty good show. You can see the lane markers on the side. I just have to get into the valley, get some freeway, and then hopefully get some oncoming or some traffic up on the sign on a multi-lane. We won't take the runaway ramp this time. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. So we're just going to descend down into Superior now, and then I'll get on the freeway and see how it works for there. But so far I've been very pleased with it. I just wish that this was for a bus or a truck, so I had a little bit better stitching on it. So we're just in Superior now, and those street lights are lighting up the road perfectly, just like I want them to be. Usually the side view cameras are completely useless on an RV. That's a rear view camera, wide rear view camera, and a top down view driving sideways. I don't like that view. Now as we head back to Florence Junction, there's something funny I do want to show you guys. Remember I gave myself a backup camera? I had to turn my backup camera monitor off. It's dirty. I can't see out of it, so it'd be worthless to me. Having an actual backup camera that I installed with that 360 camera is a lot more useful. That's funny. The real backup camera is worthless. I can't see, it's dirty. That's my fault. There's Florence Junction. That means we're going to merge onto Superstition Freeway here shortly, just south of Gold Canyon. So I'm going to hope with this next 2 tests is that we'll have overhead street lights, and we'll see headlights from traffic passing us. And then that's about it. We'll prove everything we need to prove, answer all the questions that you guys had for me. It's dark. Alright, so I got someone coming up from behind along the side here. There we can see them moving up and then going forward. Didn't blind the camera at all. The stitching was bad. I've agreed that the stitching is bad, but it did help me see the blind spot. We just passed the Arizonian world famous RV resort here in Gold Canyon, and now we just passed the Renaissance Festival fairgrounds right there. So almost into Apache Junction and back to the shop. Look at that. Old West Highway that would take us to Apache Junction on Apache Trail. And merge onto the freeway here. And you can see the street lights up ahead. Alright, well, with a well-lit road, unsurprisingly, we have a well-lit cameras. So the back camera, the side cameras, you can see I'm outside my lane there. And that's a kind of a weird view, but you can kind of see behind me as I'm driving. That's kind of interesting. Back to the wide rear view. Rear view with 360, front view with the 360, and then of course the wide front view. Very well lit. I just need some traffic to come up from behind me. It's not at 8:30 on a weeknight. I don't know why there's no traffic. I'm gonna run out of road. Alright, so I go back there. There's a car passing me. On the side of me, the headlights didn't blind me. That's a big pickup truck. Well, not a big one, but it's very raised. It was a lifting truck. I'm going to call this a pretty good test, guys. I think I successfully answered everybody's comment and question about whether or not you can use the cameras at night. I think you can. They're pretty sensitive. The license plate light and the side marker lights were enough to light them up. I'll meet you back at the shop. Well, welcome back to the shop as I'm pulling in carefully. I really should get them to widen my aisleway a little bit. Alright, we'll call that a night and success. Now, I did have my Vantrue Nexus 5 dash camera going too. I'll see if I can't interspace some footage from that, because that's high definition camera. But when it comes to the side marker lights right in front of the rear tires, I have these amber marker lights. And then on the very back, yeah, those are the license plate lights. They light up quite a bit. And my infrared camera, you can see, it does have infrared on it, but the lens is so dirty, I couldn't see anything other than infrared. That was definitely a fun little adventure to take the RV on. So I hope I did answer everybody's question about the bird's eye 360 camera. I'm not highly recommending it for RV use, but for even car use, it's pretty impressive for less than $400. It was a lot of work to install, but I do find that I enjoy it quite a bit. I would rather you guys try out the camera system that I'm recommending, that HDMI for RVs and buses. But I'm gonna call it a night. It got late, it got dark. Good night. All right, let's get that out of the way. Grab my camera. And I will definitely need the thumb drive from down here.